Hi everybody, it's Katie of Crafty Creations. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to, this is part 2 of the sparkle bracelet. And today, on Tuesday, we did part 1, which was the flat spiral stitch. And today we're going to turn that into a double to turn it into the sparkle bracelet. And to do this, we are going to need 21 of our 6mm round beads. You're going to need 20 of your accent bead. You're going to need 11 seed beads. I'm using crystal. You're going to need 2 6 or 8mm round beads of a corresponding color that matches with your thing to do the closure. You're going to need your beading thread. I'm using the Nymo size B in white. You need a size 11 beading needle. And you're going to need your scissors to cut your thread. Alright, let me go ahead and get everything situated and we will be right back. Okay, so we're back. And on your needle, I want you to thread on about a wingspan and a half. A wingspan to a wingspan and a half, whatever's comfortable for you. Give me 1 second, I have a knot. Okay, I went ahead and got that knot out, so let's go ahead and get started. To start off the double spiral, you're going to start off just like you did your single. You're going to start off by threading on 2 of your 6mm beads, bringing them down to your stop bead. Okay, just like that. Now you're going to pick up 4 of your 11 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 of your accent beads, and 4 of your 11 1, 2, I can get it to stay on my needle here. Number 3 just doesn't want to go on there. 3, and 4. And I want you to slide those down to your 6mm. And you're going to go up from the bottom by your stop bead. You're going to come up through both of your 6mm, just like you did on the first time on the single. Apparently my beads just don't want to cooperate with me again today. Sheesh. There we go. Sorry about my dog. He's being a pain in the rear end today. Okay, get my tail thread out of there. Okay. You're going to want to bring that down just like we did before. Now this is where it comes a little different. You're going to want to bring your single in front of you. You're going to be working on your single. Now, this time I want you to pick up 4 11 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and bring those down. Now, instead of adding on another accent bead, you're going to actually use the accent bead from the first accent bead. Hang on just a moment, let me get that situated again. The first accent bead on your... Okay, so you're not going to be adding on a second accent bead onto what you just did. You're going to use your first accent bead on your single. This one right here, go through, so come down through that accent bead, just the accent bead, not the seed beads below it, just the accent bead itself. Going to come down through that. Now I want you to pick up 4 more of your 11 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring those down. Okay. Now, come up through your two 6/0s. Just like so. And bring it, pull your thread. Kind of hold on to your bottom of your thread. You want to make sure everything's snugged in there. You got it nice and secure. Just like so. And that adds your second row on. I have one that's kind of not wanting to cooperate with me here. Just like that. Okay. And you're going to add on another 6mm. My needle just slid right out. Let's try that again. There we go. And bring that down. 4 of your 11/0s. 1, 2, 3, and it'll stay on there. 4. One of your accent beads. Again, 4 11/0s. 1, 3, and 4. Bring those down. Now you're going to come up through the second and the third 6mm. Just like so. Pull it snug. There we go. Now you're going to do 4 more 11/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring those down. Okay. You're going to come down through your second accent bead. Just like so. I apologize that I'm fumbling a lot, but I'm getting my tail threads kind of caught. And then add 4 more 11/0s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring those down. And again, you're going to want to come up through the second and the third. Pick it up without everything coming apart on me here. Just like so. Bring that up. Make sure it's snug. Okay. It's going to look a little fiddly and a little wonky, but it'll be fine. Now, oops, I almost told you wrong. It's a 6mm. slide that down. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4, an accent bead, and 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring them down. Now you're going to go through the 3rd and the 4th of your 6mm beads. I can get my beads to cooperate with me. They usually don't like to cooperate with me, but I'm going to see if I can get them to do it today. Now I've got to get that second 6mm on there. It just doesn't want to go on there. Come on. There we go. And of course, one of the 11-ohs wanted to go on there too, which I don't want, so I'm going to take that off. Okay. Now you're going to pull that. Bring that down and make that snug. There we go. Now, again, 4 of your 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down through your next accent bead. Just the accent bead, not your 11-oh, just the accent. Pull that down. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring those down. And again, you're going to go up through the 3rd and the 4th of your 6mm. You may have to fiddle with it a little bit to make sure you're getting through both of them. Just like that. And again, pull snug. If you have to, do like I'm doing. Just kind of keep your work laid down flat if it's easier. Which the first few is usually a little easier for me to have it flat. So eventually I'll have a better set up so where it'll be easier for you to see. But for right now, I'm making do with what I have. So now add on a 6mm. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And an accent bead. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring those down. Okay, and now we're going to go through the next 2, which will be bead 4 and 5. Come up to bead 4. My work is trying to fight with me today. Okay, come on. You can go through there. There you go. I'll get my second bead on there. Just like that. See, this shows that I'm not perfect, that I struggle with my beads too. down, get it snug. There we go. After some fighting. But that's okay. All that fighting and struggling will be worth it in the end. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come down through your next accent bead on your first piece that you did. Bring that down. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, you're going to come up through those last 2 spine beads. And if you're me, you're going to fight trying to get into that first of those 2. There we go. Just like that. Oh, sorry, my nose started dripping all of a sudden. Okay, so right now you should have something that looks like this. I'll do a couple of more with you, just because I want to make sure that that it's not giving you too much trouble. Alright, so go ahead and add on your next 6 millimeter and bring that down. And again, 4 11-ohs, 2, 3, and 4. Your accent bead. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring those down. And now you're going to come up through the last 2 of your spine beads, the one you just added and the one right before it. Let me get the second one on there. Alright, and pull that tight, just like so. Now 4 of your 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down through your next accent bead. Okay, now you're going to add 4 more 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to come up through those 2 6 millimeters again. Okay, now make sure you pull that snug so everything sits nice and close together. Okay, I'll do one more with you. So 6 millimeter. 2, 3, 4 11-ohs, and an accent bead, and 4 more 11-ohs, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring them down. Okay. You're going to go up through these two, your next two 6 millimeters. Get the seed beads out of the way so I don't go through them. Alright, then you're going to pull that tight. Just like that. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down through your next accent bead. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come up to your last two of your spine beads. Just like that. Oh, tail thread caught. Alright, just like that. So now you should have something that looks like this. Just continue to follow that process all the way up, and I'll meet you at the last two, and we'll do those last two beads together, and then we'll work on our clasps. So we'll be right back. Okay, I came back a little early because, as you can see, I started running out of thread. So I figured this would be a great time to show you how I add thread onto my projects. There's lots of different ways of doing it and lots of great ways. But this particular method is one that I learned from Bronzebeadpony jewelry, beaded jewelry. And she has a video where she shows how she adds thread to her projects. Really excellent. If I can find a link to it, I will link it in the description box below. Another good person to reference for how to add on thread is Gina's Gym Creations, GGC, and she has a beginner's beading tutorial. I believe she said it was lesson 4 or video 4, and it actually is step-by-step how to add thread. You can go check that one out. I'll try to get a link for that, and I'll put it in the description box for you below. But this is just how I tend to do it, and since I'm not using Fireline, I'm using Nymo. The one from Bronzebeadpony tends to be the one I tend to go to. So I'm just going to take another wingspan and a bit of thread, thread it onto my needle, and you'll notice that I did leave the tail attached because I'm going to sew it in afterwards. I'm just going to thread my needle real quick. Maybe not real quick. Maybe it wants to fight with me. Try that again. When I'm not filming, I can thread a needle, no problem. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get this to where you can see it a little better. I'm just going to come up through the bottom 4 on the outside of the section I just added. Come up through the accent bead, just pull it through. You're going to want to leave a long enough tail that you can sew it in. Then I'll just come back up through those beads I just added on there. And I go down to the top 6 millimeter. Maybe. There we go. I'm just trying to weave in my tails and weave in my threads. I'll go through a couple of beads. And the one that's just below the one I'm going to be working on. Just to try to weave it in, just so you're not creating any new thread paths. You just want to weave it in. Come back up through that accent bead. Oops, sorry, I told you wrong. Not up through the accent bead. Sorry about that. Come back down through that accent bead. You're going to come through that one top bead of that row that was right just before that, and tug on your tail. Make sure everything stays snug. That's why I left that thread on there. And I want you to come down the other 3. Okay, got my needle. Alright, let me get that tail thread out of there. There we go. You're just going to pull that, and again, make sure you're tight. And you're going to come up through those 2 beads that you had just added on there. Just like that, and it brings you back to where you were originally. Just like so. Just going to tuck that one down, just like that. And I'll go ahead and finish the last. I have 6 more beads to do, and I'll go ahead and do those with you. And make sure all my beads are sitting how they're supposed to. There we go. So we're going to add a 6 millimeter. Sorry, all my little tail threads are getting caught here. Okay, and then we're going to do 4 11/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. An accent bead. 4 11/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bring the beads down. And come up through those 2 6 millimeters. Come on. Okay, it keeps wanting to bounce off. Let's try this again. There we go. That time I got it through. Pull it snug. Four 11/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that little tail out of my way. Come down through your next accent bead. Four 11-ohs. If I can get them on the needle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now pick up your work and come up through those bottom two 6mm again. There we are. Just like that. Okay, add your next 6mm. Four 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Accent bead. 4 11-ohs. 2. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't realize that my camera had stopped until just a minute ago. I ran out of space and I had to free some up. So, let me go ahead and finish this one off, and then we will do the last one. So now you're going to add your last 6mm. Four 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your accent bead. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring those down. Come through those last two 6mm. It just jumped right out of my hand. Let's try this again. Go. Go ahead and pull that up. Just like that. Now you're going to do 4 of your 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come down through your last accent bead. 4 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up through your two 6mm. Just hang in there with me. You're almost at the end. There we go. Alright, so that's the end of that. Now we're going to start working on getting our closures put on. So, what I want you to do, let me get some more seed beads here real quick. I want you to put on 7 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. I want you to drop those down. Grab one of your 6 or 8 millimeter round beads, like that. I want you to put on 3 more 11-0s. 1, 2, and 3. Drop those down. Okay, I want you to skip the 3 11-0s that you just added. Sorry, my piece just wants to keep sliding out of frame here. I want you to skip those 3 11-0s you just added. Go through your 6 millimeter, and the first 11-0 after that. Tighten those down, just like that. And now you want to add 6 11-0s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I want you to come down through see here. Come down through your 4 11-0s on the side here, just like that. Go through those 4 11-0s. Give it a pull. Don't want to cause a knot in my thread's trying to do just that. So let me get this out of there. I'll be right back when we get back. Okay, I got that little knot out. Now I want you to go down through your accent bead. We're just going to secure on our little bead there. So we're going to come up through the center bead, come up through all the beads. You should pop up through that first one of your little bead loop there. Go up all the way through. If you have to go up through a few at a time, that's fine. I want you to come up through the 6 millimeter. I want you to go around all 3 of the beads on the top there. And you go down through that last one. Come back down through your 6 millimeter. Come down a couple of beads. So you secured that twice. Normally I would say I want you to do it 2 or 3 times, but for video you do it one more time around, going through all your beads and reinforcing it, but for video purposes I'm not going to do that. And then you're going to come down through the seed beads right over that center accent bead. Come up the 4 beads next to your center accent bead, or next to where you're going to come up through your next side there. And again, we're going to do 7 11-0s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring those down a little bit. Get your other 6 or 8 millimeter round bead. Okay, let's see why that's, there we go. My screen did something funny. Anyway, back to what we were doing, and pick up 3 11-ohs. 1, 2, and 3. Bring those down. Skipping, getting caught on everything. Skipping the 3 11-ohs that you just added. Just go down through your 6mm in the top 11-oh right beneath it. Now add 6 more 11-ohs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring those down. Now you're going to come down through the 4 and the accent bead, just like we did on the other side. Just like that. Come down, just come down to that one and the one on top, just to get, however you need to do it, just to get yourself positioned where you're going to come up through this center spine bead on this side. Just like that. Now I want you to go through this one right here. Just go up, back up through all of the beads, just like we did on the other side. Then up through your 6mm or 8mm, whichever one you're using. And you're going to go back through these top 3 to make sure that they're secured on there. Just like this. When you go through that bottom one, you're going to make sure you go through the hole on your bead. So come back down. Get a better grip on this here. Go through that seed bead. Come down through the 6 or 8mm, whatever you're using as your round bead for your closure. Just like this. Come down a few beads. Down like 3 or 4, maybe 5. Just like that. And now I want you to tie some half-hitch knots in here. Again, you'll do one more round of reinforcing, but again, for video's sake, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to tie a half-hitch knot, come down a couple more beads. And go through that accent bead. And just under the accent bead, we're going to do another half-hitch knot, so go ahead and do that. And just come down through a few beads. Okay, so that takes care of those. Go ahead and clip off your threads. And now we'll handle weaving in these little tail threads from where we added on our thread. Go ahead and thread that on your needle. Get that out of the way. Now we're going to work on our loops that are going to serve as our closures for our little bead there. I'm going to go ahead and take my stop bead off. Okay, you just pick one, whichever one you want to start with. Doesn't matter which, because you're going to do the same on both. So I'm just going to do this first one with you. Assuming I can get it to thread. Sheesh, I'm just having one of those days today, aren't I? I guess everybody has those every once in a while, don't we? Okay, so what I want you to do, it's just going to depend on how many it's going to take when you fold it over to fit over your bead right here. I usually will start with, say, 30, or we'll say 25. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So bring this 25 down. And my thread fell off, or came out of my needle, so let me rethread my needle. I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and rethread my needle. I'll be right with you. Okay, so I think I'm only going to need 22 beads of the 11 of. So I have them on, it fell off the needle. Okay, I'm having a battle of the wills with this thread, but basically I put on 22. I did a little trial to make sure it was going to fit. Put on 22 11-0 seed beads, and after you do that, you're going to just, on either side, you can go through the seed beads on either side, and then just come up and reinforce it and do the same on the other side, and tie off your threads, half-hitch knot, cut off your threads, and you're all set, and your bracelet is good to go. You should have something that looks like this, and you're all set, and it's very pretty, just like that. Alright, well, I'm glad you stuck with me through that process, and again, I will try to find links to the Bronzebeadpony and the Gina's Gems Creations links for their how to add on thread. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate that a lot, and I'll see you on Tuesday for our next beading tutorial, and keep an eye out for tomorrow's knitting video, which is going to be learning how to do the purl stitch. I'll see you then. Bye.